From the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at the newly named New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. Throwing on first down is Bortles. Eluding the pressure right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Brandon, after last week we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance. Rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, spread left. Spread left.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Going deep for Moncrief. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Green 80. Green 80.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now they'll throw it. Bortles. Left side complete. Safarian Jenkins. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, that's Lindsey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. Gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19. From the gun, it's Bortles. His throw incomplete.
I want to see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Bortles. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose, and the Bills have recovered. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's the now 30-year-old running back, LaShawn McCoy. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
319. 319.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Andre Holmes that time. And it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Over.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct, and what the team and organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now. But later, when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech, we'll remember his rookie year and how things began.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Green 80. Green 80.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars. Of course, he was solid last week. AFC Offensive Player of the Week award. 2 touchdowns in that game.
Yeah, he's playing at a level right now where he's just breaking down defenses. Makes me remember when I was playing and my defensive back coach told me, listen, if you give up a touchdown pass, that's on me. I didn't coach you well enough. If you give up a second one, that's on you. And if there's a third one, I'm getting someone else in the game.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here we go.
On 3rd down, that's Lazy. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Bortles now to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Shaq Lawson in there to get him for a loss of a yard, and it'll bring up 3rd down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Set. 380. 372.
Here's Bortles to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
If you rank one from the bottom in statistics, that's usually not good in this league. And this team, one from the bottom in sacks, but somehow they've got 3 in this game. What's going on?
I know, they're 31 of 32. They better be careful, or they're going to be top 30 in the league. And Lambeau will put this one through, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Bills. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. and I think you can't let him run wild here.
Where you think 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. And they've got it here with a first down. Now the first carry for the former Jaguar. This is Chris Ivory. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Alert 3.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. Man open right side. It's the tight end Clay. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. From the gun, it's Allen. And able to find Decker. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this one's incomplete. Charles Clay is tight in the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Allen to throw. Throwing again. And he fires one incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Lucky 56. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
And again, it's Allen. Going deep for Benjamin. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Kelvin Benjamin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are in for 6. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. Hauschka with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hey, let's go. Trip flat.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Escaping the pressure right. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Bortles now on first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Bortles. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Sunday.
Into the red zone. It's Bortles. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
3 down. Let's go.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. He's going to get it running right. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is 3rd and goal. Bortles going to throw. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. In for the score. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is now 10-7. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. The Bills getting set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Allen now on 1st down. To Decker over the middle. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Allen. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Operating from the gun. Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. Breaks through the contact. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown.
What you just saw there, 1st-round talent, 2nd year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust to the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
39. Green 39.
They'll start on the ground with McCord. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Hey, watch this. Watch this.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. The former Clemson Tiger, Sharon Peak, was the target. And it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit. But only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And that's incomplete. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. The Bills send the punter out. Back deep is DJ Chark. Now this is fielded in the end zone. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Now Bortles. Shark's got it left side. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Bortles. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Jaguars on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Bortles again. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Caught, Safarian Jenkins, right side. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go.
Bortles now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Again, it's Bortles. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 1st down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
Let's go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Vincent Valentine. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. In there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags.
It's all right.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And Lambeau will put this one through. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Now Allen off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Peek's got it over the middle. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit.
From the gun, it's Allen. Over the middle, complete. That's Decker. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it, because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
On first down, Allen. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Gun, 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 gun. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
And here's Allen. Going to throw again. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one goes for 24 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Charles, I think sometimes maybe we take LaShawn McCoy for granted. Been in the league since 2009. He's played 12 or more games every season as a running back. 30 years old this year. What do you see for his future?
I still see a very bright future for him, and you're exactly right. We do kind of take him for granted. Remember, he was with Philadelphia. Then he goes to Buffalo. Buffalo goes through the playoff drought before last season. And the Eagles, they win a Super Bowl without him. So, yeah, we forget just how special he is. But I do think with his running style, he's got many more seasons left.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Kelvin Benjamin with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bills have cut it to within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And some room to maneuver. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it third down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Jaguars on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Green 80. Green 80. Omaha. Green attack.
From the gun, it's Bortles. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And the quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down.
Green 80. Green 80.
Bortles now on first down. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Green 80.
On first down, Bortles. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
Here we go. Green 80. Green 80.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Lambeau will put this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So 3 field goals that he's hit. Now this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen over the middle and caught by the tight end play. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a 1st down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Over!
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Now they try the right side here. Space to run past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Corey Grant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Jaguars. So now Bortles will bring the Jags up to go for 2.
Spread left, spread left, spread left.
To throw is Bortles. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they elect to pass there on the two-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
This one taken from the 7th. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
On 2nd down, Ivory. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The Bills on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39! 19 speed! 19 speed!
Now Allen operating from the gun. Thomas has got it, complete. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. First target, first catch, and a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Gun! 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 Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Allen now on first down. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Gun! 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 Gun!
From the gun, Allen. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now let's go! 319! 319!
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. You gave the stat early on that he's one of just 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards last year, and then you said they needed to bottle him up for under 100 yards. He's way under 100 yards.
Bottom line, he's had virtually no success whatsoever.
And because of that, among a couple other reasons, they're down on the scoreboard.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Blue 90! Blue 90! Flag 36. Let's go, Pete.
On second down, here's Allen. Airing one out deep for Holmes. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Barry Church. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. He has been interception-prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
And on the ground they go with a running back. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Jaguars on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Here's Murphy. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play here for the Bills. And even 40 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Bills' passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
Now Allen throwing on second down. And his throw here is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Allen now from the gun, he'll throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars getting set to go. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And they'll run it here. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Trent Murphy, the one to bring him down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Green 80. Green 80.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun now for Bortles. Caught, Safarian-Jenkins, right side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fighting him off. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there. And it's 2nd down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Allen to throw again. He's going to let it fly. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
The Bills on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10.
56. Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Operating from the gun. Allen. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs. They covered well. Allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Let's go.
One final try here for Allen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Green 80.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Jacksonville, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.